everybody. I'm at the end of my work day, and it's been a pretty long week over here for me between work and other business. And also we've had a big typhoon come in, and I've always got to prepare for when that comes in because we're on the top floor here and it's always very dangerous. And we've got another one coming maybe tomorrow. So, you know, if I look tired, I am tired. So anyway, yeah, like I said, my fire's still going. I'm at the end of the day, and I figure I'd like to still get a video up because I actually need to make something small for my own use. So what I need to make is a flat bracket just to join two flat pieces of wood, you know, something like where they just butted together and then joined like that. So I'm going to use this piece of 1 inch by 3/16 inch thick material, just very small and simple, and I just want to join them like that. So, you know, join these two pieces of wood where, you know, I'll have a hole on one side and one hole on the other, and, you know, just to make it a little bit decorative, what I'm going to do is split a little bit down each side and then bend each of those off and taper it out and kind of scroll them back, you know, maybe kind of like a ram horn, but very, very simple. And then punch 2 holes and countersink those holes. So very simple. Hopefully I can put up this video and make it so it's 10 minutes, let's say. Well, I might add some other things in, but I don't know. Not a half an hour video making such a simple thing, but we'll see. Some of you guys might remember my Lazy Man Hardy cutoff here that I made. Yeah, it works great. And you know, a quick tip about these tools, any kind of cutting tools, is that what I've learned over the years is that you got to give it some sort of a radius. Even like this is mild steel, not mild, but medium carbon steel, and if it's just a straight flat edge, it doesn't seem to hold up well. But if you give it a radius, it can hold up a lot better. So, yeah. Anyway, that's just a quick tip. And you know, another thing too is that you see, I remember I made a tong a couple videos ago, and someone wanted that exact tong, and I make tongs. I'm a businessman, so I sold it. But now this piece, that tong would be perfect for this size because that was 1 inch by 1/4, one of my bent knee flat style, and that would work for 3/16 as well. So, you know, I just now, you know, I'm struggling because I don't have a proper tong. A guy who makes tongs doesn't have tongs, doesn't make sense. But, you know, I think I've explained that also in the future. So, in the past, you know, I feel, you know, like maybe, you know, I can join the movie The Wizard of Oz and be like the Steel Man and like sing like if I only had a tong, you know. So, yeah, but I'll make myself a set and I won't sell it. You know, I promise. So, get back to it. Working really well, this cutter. It just cuts it so easily. At both ends split pretty good. And then what I'm planning to do is I'll hold it edgewise to open that up, and then, you know, lo and behold, I'll use the horn of my little petting house here to taper those out in either direction. Anyway, not enough talking. Yeah, I'll just probably draw these out a little bit more, scroll them up a little bit more, and then punch 2 holes and call that a day. Okay, so here we are at the 10-minute mark, and video's still got a ways to go, another 10 minutes plus. So what I've noticed is that when I'm making videos, I keep them in real time. And what I mean by that is, like, you're seeing everything, all the hammering it took to make that piece, and the only thing you're not seeing is just the reheat time with the forge when I pause the camera. So maybe in the future, when there's redundancy, like on all of these, you know, I'm hammering out these horns or these scrolled parts, you know, maybe just show you one and then skip along and maybe make the video a little bit easier to watch. you know, sometimes I just feel that it's not because I want to take up time. I'd rather make the videos a little bit shorter, but it's just, you know, for those who are maybe starting out and they just want to, you know, see, you know, when you see things multiple times, it really helps. Or if you see something from start to finish, it really helps. You know, and I also wanted to say that a lot of times I'm making videos, I like to make pieces, you know, purely by blacksmithing and with as, you know, least amount of cold work possible. But like in this video, you know, I'll use the angle grinder a little bit. But yeah, so I really enjoy pure blacksmithing. And not to say that using files and grinders and stuff is not. It's just, you know, it's not pleasurable to me, or not very pleasurable. So, and then one other thing I wanted to mention, I wanted to give a very big shout out to James Zivney. Thank you very much for the generous donation. It's very much appreciated, and I'll keep the videos coming. Could have been a little bit more centered, but that'll work. I can feel the tiredness. Not yet out. Now you're out. Bye. Bye-bye. Nope. So, holes are in there. Countersink them. I'll just hammer the face of this a little bit. Call it good. That's basically that. I think I'll just, you know, I may take the angle grinder and just clean the edges up. It's a little rough in here where it was cut, a little bit uneven. You know, my hammering in this project leaves a little bit to desired. A few swings and misses there, but I think it's mainly because I'm tired, and also like I don't normally use a horn, and this angle is weird the way it is so close to this here. So, yeah, but anyway, this will serve exactly the purpose that I want. Just join two butted up pieces of wood together, you know, a flat bracket, and yeah, it should work fine. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you maybe, you know what I'm thinking, before I say my goodbyes, it's like I was just thinking I might even polish this up, clean it up, and then I might shine it up and then put some temper colors on this piece as well. So, and if I do that, then I'll show you guys. And if I don't, then it'll just be that. So, enjoy. Yeah, so I'm just kind of cleaning it up a little bit with the angle grinder with a fine flat disc. You know, it's better, you know, pieces when you ease the edges, it gives them more depth, and ideally that would be, you know, accomplished when you're hammering, but, you know, afterwards, if you think you want to add that on, you can just, you know, use an angle grinder. Like I said, this is a pretty fine flat disc, maybe it's a 120. I don't have to go crazy. Just you know, just like I said, I wanted to shine this side. The back we won't worry about, and then I'm gonna hold it near my fire and just kind of give it some temper colors there. So I'll turn my camera over and hold that, you know, right at the opening of the forge and see if I can't accomplish that. Yeah, and then this will serve its purpose. You know, not too bad. It's for just a quick piece. Yeah. So I'll just turn this over here, like such. Come in a little bit and see if I can't get some, see how it is now, see if I can't get some, maybe a little bit of a purplish blue on there. This tongs already hot. Yo, a little bit too long. Yeah, hold on. Turn that up. There we go. Boy, I must really need to go to sleep. I said, no, I'm just going to hold it right at the opening there. Ideally, when you want to draw the temper colors, you want to go very slowly. You know, just hold it and watch it, hold it and watch it. And if it gets the way you want it to be, then, you know, you can quench it in water quickly. But you can see here, I don't know why I put it in, and you can see it's already come to almost blue here. But, and you can always start again. I could just, you know, wire wheel that or just hit it again with the angle grinder. But I'll just continue and see what I can accomplish here. And next destination for me is bed after this. Coming along. We've got some blue on there now. I'm going to cool that one back. I'll cool that in too. Try to get these others. If I stand in this direction, that'll help. Hey, there we go. And hold it on this end. A little bit too beyond on that one. Come on. Why this one doesn't want to turn color? There we go. Hey. So here you go, you get the basic idea. I don't know if you can see in this lighting, but you can see I've got some blue coming on there and there. You know, the body of the piece, because it's wider and, you know, more mass, it would just take a little bit more heat. I could, if I wanted to, just put this in when I see some color here, pull it out, but then these little, you know, these little horns would probably be already towards gray or beyond. So, yeah, this just gives you a little bit of an idea of another thing you can do for decorative pieces. You know, you can fool around with drawing the temper colors, you know, from about a straw until almost, you know, bluish, you know, purple to blue. You can almost see in this one here how it kind of goes along. You know, it started here well, actually started here and then migrates its way this way, and then this kind of blue almost turning gray is probably the end of the temper colors, where it'll just start to get close to being scale on the piece. And then if you maybe clear coat it, I mean, it'll stay on there, but if you keep handling this piece, it'll probably, eventually wear that off. But there it is. At this point, I'm going to call it good. A hammered flat bracket. Thanks so much.